Hello and welcome. Today we're going to finish the hopper cars and start on the engines. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put little highlights on the bottom of these cars. I've got some mineral spirits and some white. I got a little bit of black, so it's almost like a gray color. So we'll go up here and put some highlights on it. Now we're going to start to put the trucks in. I've got that burnt sienna, some brown, some white, some black, a little brown, all mixed together with a little bit of thinner. You're not going to see a whole lot of detail with the trucks. Okay, now I'm going to put some shadows underneath them cars. All I have is some black with some thinner, making it real water thin. We're just going to go over the rails a little bit. I'm going to leave a little bit of area here and there. I'll zoom in so you can get a close-up of that. What we're going to do now is put in the last locomotive. I have some light orange, and I'm going to put it on the front of this cab. And then that same color will go over here. And this color on this last locomotive will get a little bit darker when it gets toward the second one. So it's lighter up here, then it fades into dark. Okay, now that I got the side colors correct, I'm going to start working on the top of the locomotive. Okay, on my palette I got a little bit of blue, some black and some white, and I made a bluish gray color. And the reason for the blue is on the top of the engine there is a reflective light of blue here or there, so we're going to put that in. We'll start up here, put it in. I'm starting to put some detail on the cab, little highlights, some shadows. I'm going to take some straight black and put the one window in. Like I done putting the details in on the front of this cab, I'm going to start putting the other part of the cab on this one so I can see where that one ends. I'll give you a close-up of what I got going on so far. I've got a little shading right in here between the first and second engine, and then I've got different highlights and shadows for the cab. Now that I have these all areas roughed in, I can go in and start the bottom. We're going to put the yellow stripe in. I mixed a little orange and just a touch of black just to tone it down a little bit. And then whenever it dries we can throw a little wash over that and tone it down even more. Now I have a little white and black and burnt sienna. We're going to start putting the frame in and different things like that. I'll give you a close-up of that one. After that dries, you can go in and put shading and highlights on it, but you're just roughing it in for the moment. Okay, now we're going to start on the second locomotive. Well, I've got a little white, a little black, a little blue. And I've got a bluish grayish mixture. We're going to go up and start on the top of this locomotive. Right now we're just going to put in the background colors, and then whenever it dries we can go in and put the details in. This paint I'm using is very thin with mineral spirits, and you're putting it over the black, you can almost see through it. And that's exactly what you want when you're doing something like this. Once again, these are just background colors. Once they dry, we can put the highlights on. I'll give you a close-up of what we have so far. While we're waiting for that to dry, we'll go in and we'll start putting the frame in on the second locomotive. The little yellow stripe is either missing or very dirty, so we're just going to put like a brownish gray color in. Right now we're just putting basic shapes in. Then once you get the shapes all in, then you can put in the little details. We're still putting in basic shapes, so just gotta stick with it. I'll give you a close-up so you can see what we got going so far. We're basically putting in background colors still. Once that dries, we can go in and put the highlights in. That's about all the time I have for today. Thanks for watching. Take care.